The story actually started with a terrible moment a dozen years back during the invasion of Iraq, when the helicopter we were traveling in was forced down after being hit by an RPG. Our traveling NBC News team was rescued, surrounded, and kept alive by an armored mechanized platoon from the U.S. Army 3rd Infantry. Command Sergeant Major Tim Turpak was put in charge of our safety.
I'm Brian Lilley, and here I am in my Ottawa studio. Trust me, I'm not lying. I'm in Ottawa. I don't lie. I don't do that kind of stuff. But NBC's Brian Williams, on the other hand, well, he was never in that helicopter in Iraq. And now he won't even be in his NBC Nightly News studio. Williams is taking a leave of absence in light of his admission that he lied about his helicopter adventure story in Iraq. Andrew Klavan is a writer and commentator, is the author of the upcoming new book, Werewolf Cop, out in mid-March. Andrew, that's a work of fiction, Werewolf Cop, but turns out so are a lot of what Brian Williams, the stories he was putting up on the Nightly News.
Yes, at least I announce my my works of fiction. I think that, listen, I think that what Brian Williams did is what NBC News does almost consistently, which is monkey with the truth and kind of tell you the stories they want you to hear. They make up a scandal about Valerie Plame that was a nothing, but they hide the IRS scandal, which is one of the more serious scandals since Watergate. NBC is the worst, but CBS is just as bad, really. I'm told that Scott Pelley, he does the anchor, and many of the reporters don't even want to appear on his show because it's so biased. This is
and that's the network that Cheryl Atkinson left. So this is a problem with
that is from Cheryl Atkinson's book.
Yeah. This is a problem with mainstream media in general. Look, I'm open about my bias. I don't think Brian Williams is. You, in your piece up at PJ Media, you're linking to another piece that shows a lot of the problems. I want to play two quick clips, though, and this is from the Zimmerman story, which, held on to America's imagination for ages, but it was NBC, in my view, that helped tip the hand in people thinking George Zimmerman was this or was that. And regardless of what you think, they should at least have played the truth. So here's the unedited Zimmerman clip, and then we'll play the edited one and listen for the difference.
This guy looks like he's up to no good, or he's on drugs or something. It's raining, and he's just walking around looking about.
Okay, and this guy, is he white, black, or Hispanic?
He looks black.
Did you see what he was wearing?
Yeah, a dark hoodie like.
All right, let's play the edited one now, just to show you the difference. And this is the one that NBC ran with on their newscasts.
This guy looks like he's up to no good. He looks black.
Did you see what he was wearing?
Yeah, a dark hoodie.
What a difference. But
that is unbelievable.
Yeah. So do you think that anyone is going to trust the networks anymore? They're still powerful. They still get a lot of ratings, but do people trust them?
Well, I don't think they trust them at all. And I think the thing is, they keep telling themselves a story that the problem is the internet. The internet has come out with all these guys sitting around in their pajamas giving you half news who aren't really newsmen. The problem is they lie. I mean, many of their lies, that was a particularly egregious lie, the one you just played, but many of their lies are lies of silence. They're the things that they leave out, the things that they don't tell you. Any mistake, even in grammar that George W. Bush made was a major story for days. Major corruption that has taken place in the current administration simply doesn't make the air. They haven't reported yet about Obama's ridiculous comparison of ISIS to the medieval crusaders. That has not appeared on any network news show in the days since he made that remark at that ridiculous and absurd remark at a prayer breakfast.
And then when they
leave things out.
Then when they do pick up important stories like Benghazi, it's to play defense for the administration.
That's right, as Candy Crowley did during a debate. Look, what Brian Williams did stands out because he did it to aggrandize himself, and he did it with no motive other than to aggrandize himself. It's almost a kind of a pathological thing when you watch the way the lie developed and got so detailed. It's kind of, sadly comical that a person would do that. But really, it's part of a mindset. It's part of this idea that they train a camera on these people, and what they tell us is supposed to be the truth. And I think more and more people are realizing reporting. It's not the truth. It's the narrative. It's a narrative that they have set that black people are oppressed in America, which I don't believe is true any longer, that women are being treated unfairly, which I don't believe is true. And they find stories that fit into that narrative, and they only tell that one side. And it's all Brian Williams all the way down, as I said in my PJ Media piece. It's just a way of thinking, a way of distorting the truth.
All right, Andrew, great talking to you, and we're looking forward to your work of fiction, which will be appropriately labeled as such. Werewolf Cop out in mid-March.